What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. We're doing things a little different today by answering your questions again. As I've mentioned in the past, I want the videos on this channel to be meant for you and to help in your professional development. Ask me a question and I'll do my best to answer it. But before getting started, let's do some housekeeping again. Please take a second to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your continued support to help my channel grow means so much, and I can't do it without you guys. Also, if you find these videos helpful, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. With all that said, let's just get straight into today's video. Now, in comparison to the other video that I've done where I answered your questions, which I'll also link in the bio below, today's question comes from a video I put out in the summer where I talked about why you should go into management consulting instead of investment banking. Another video which I'll also link in the bio below. Boniface asked me to compare the tech industry with management consulting and investment banking and to compare which one makes more money. Well, generally speaking, I'll give you a consulting answer by saying that it all just depends. Depends on where you live, it depends on what level you're at, it depends on the company itself, it depends on your promotion status, along with so many other factors. Consulting has the MBB and the Big Four as their notable consulting firms. IB has the boutique and bulge bracket, and tech companies refer to FANG, or now Manga. Manga companies are Meta, or formerly known as Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google, and Amazon. Yeah, I don't know why, but Microsoft just doesn't make the cut again. So for a general reference point, Boniface, I'm going to talk about the entry-level salary at manga companies so that we can compare that with investment banking and management consulting firms. I'll refer to how much they make in California because of Silicon Valley, San Francisco, and Los Angeles being central hubs and headquarters for most of these companies that I mentioned. So to get the list started, we're going to take a look at Facebook or Meta. Entry-level software engineers are making anywhere between $86,000 to $148,000 as their base salary within their first year working out of San Francisco. Mind you that this is just their salary, so bonuses and stock options are not mentioned here. The range for Apple engineers is pretty similar, with a range between $83,000 to $141,000 straight out of college. Now, third on the list is Netflix, with a smaller range for entry-level programmers making anywhere between $98,000 to $114,000. This seems the closest to consultants at the MBB entry-level salary, but let's see what the other two firms are making before jumping to my conclusion. Next on the list, Google. Google pays their entry-level engineers with a salary range of $131,000 to $158,000 right out the gate. Damn, just by sharing these numbers, I feel like I'm in the wrong profession already. Finally, in our list of mega companies is Amazon, where Jeff Bezos paid anywhere between $117,000 to $160,000 to an entry-level software development engineer. Wow. Those were a lot of numbers in a short period, but it's clear that the ballpark is pretty large and the cost of living also needs to be factored in as well. All of these salaries that I shared with you are for consultants living out in Sunnyvale, San Jose, San Francisco, and other NorCal cities with fairly high living expenses just to begin with. I have a friend from high school who graduated and worked for Apple as an engineer, making about $150,000 in his first year. But everything there was just so expensive. Rent was split between him and a roommate in a house of 6 for $3,000 a month per person. My friend is sharing a room with someone else and paying $3,000 a month. Just like, get that in your mind. In many parts of the country, that could honestly be just a mortgage. But in Sunnyvale, that only gets you half a room. Now, again, these numbers in my opinion seem a bit inflated because of how expensive these cities are just to begin with. San Francisco is one of the most expensive cities in America to buy or rent in. Then, factor in your commute, food, insurance, personal expenses. The tab is a long one. Oh, and don't forget Uncle Sam. Especially as a single individual making 6 figures, expect a higher percentage of your paycheck to just disappear. Now, keep in mind that the technical skills for all three all vary. Software engineers need to think very creatively and need to be sharp when it comes to their technical acumen. That means knowing how to problem solve and write code likely in multiple languages and deal with software that has billions of users around the world. Therefore, these intense work expectations lead to abnormally high work hours as well. Amazon is known particularly for this, where many engineers, including my friends, are also working north of 60 hours averaged every single week. Long hours and poor culture are also why many of these engineers tend to leave their firm after a few short years because they want something that's just more sustainable. But again, looking at all three of these professions where we cross-reference investment banking to software engineering to management consulting, they're all different professions. Software engineers learn to code and work in programming. Bankers work in finance. Management consultants work within solving business problems. So they're all different professions, and you can't really pivot as easily from one to another every few years. So understand that there is a difference between these three, and therefore there is going to be a substantial pay difference amongst these three as well. But Boniface, if you are watching this, I hope you found this video helpful when it comes to referencing the salaries for software engineers. If you'd like to see other videos where I reference the salaries for investment bankers and management consultants, I will leave those in the bio below for you to check out after this video as well. So I hope this answers your question in regard to who makes more. So to list it from top to bottom, manga engineers appear to make more salary-wise compared to investment bankers and management consultants. But again, as I just mentioned, it's all relative when you view the trajectory and options that come from your career. Now, I know that this was a shorter video than the typical videos on this channel, but I hope it sheds more light on the salary comparisons among manga companies. If you'd like more videos on management consulting salaries or compared with investment banking, I have a whole playlist where I compare these in significantly greater depth, including their bonuses and post-tax leftovers. So be sure to check those out as well. Now, if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Leaving your questions in the comment section of my videos will let me know what you'd like to see, and I will get to making more videos for all of you guys. I may likely in the future just answer more questions together rather than just one at a time, like what I've done in the past. But again, even for that, just let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you'd like one-on-one mentorship when it comes to management consulting, I've helped dozens get into top firms, including McKinsey, Deloitte, PwC, and so many more. Therefore, be sure to visit my website, ryanroffey.com, and use the promo codes in my bio below for my products and services. As always, thanks. Until next time.